This is Knox Street Studios TechBridge, where we together increase our technical know-how and productivity. Today, we're going to move from the terminal and start to do some of the work inside of Atom. And we're going to also start to use user input. Let's get right into it. All right, so we have been doing the terminal. Can I get to the terminal? No, it stopped sharing. Okay, all right, now I'm sharing again. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to define some variables. Those variables, I'm gonna use names that make sense to me. And then we're going to print out some of the information that comes in from the user. Okay, real simple, should be pretty short today. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is call user input. That's going to be my variable name. User input name, that's going to be my first variable. Variables are on the left. And what is it going to be? It's going to be input. Oh, before I get too far, let's save this thing. File, save as. And what we're going to call it is techbridge 01.py. The Python extension is py. I don't think I've used that one. No, I haven't. All right, so it's right. All right, so user input name equals, and then what are you going to do? You're going to ask, so you're going to type in input, and so that's a function that you're calling that's in the standard library. And what it does is it allows for you to get information from the user, whoever's sitting at the terminal at the time. And what is your name? And one of the things that the reason why I'm doing it here is because I do make a lot of mistakes when I type. And so it's going to be easier for me to type it all out, get most of the bugs out of the way, and then run it, okay? Then the other thing is user input team. All right, this input is what is your all right, I just increased the font. Oops. Come back. So maybe you can see this. User input team. Oh, also, so it needs to, so syntax makes a lot of, syntax will break your code. And so for this Python 3, to do user inputs, you have to have a variable name, you have the equal sign, input, and then the whatever's going to pop up on the screen to give the prompt. And so that needs to be in quotes. And so who is your team? Okay, that's in quotes, and then close the parentheses, okay? And it's also telling me that there's a dot here on this line that's on number 4, and it's telling me that there's a problem. And so I have 2 spaces as opposed to 1 after the equal sign. So let's go ahead and fix that. All right. And the last one I will do is user input. And again, so these names could be something else, but these are names that make sense to me. And when I go back and look at this program a year from now, I'll be like, oh, okay, I understand what's happening. It makes it easier to go back in and make edits, update it, and to reuse it. User input, last championship. I know that's a long one. Input. When did they win last? Okay. All right. So now this input, the last thing I'll mention is that so far we got 3 inputs. User input name variable. That's a text. Sorry, not a text. That's a string input that's coming in. User input team. That's also a string. User input last championship. What I want there is a number. And so I need to fix that. And so I need to put int, which is int. Remember we looked at numbers. Okay. And so now let's put in a print statement. Print, good, hello. Thanks. So that's going to go directly to the terminal output. And then you type in user input name. And then you can do your team is user input team. And I'm going to put this, do I want to put it on another line? Yeah, I'm going to put it on another line. And finally say they won their last champion. Again, this is why I'm doing it here, so I can get close to spelling things correctly. They won their last championship in, and then comma, user input last championship. Notice with this, it's wait, a couple of things. So I got to have a space after the comma. I didn't finish spelling that out. There it is. If I click on it, I should be able to get it, but it's not happening. Championship. So if I hit tab, that allows it to, this auto fills, and so this will auto fill it. Okay, so now I have the 3 statements. 1, 2, 3. Last statement is a number, and then I have 2 print statements. All right, so now let's save it. And you can do save in Atom a couple of different ways. You can hit File, Save As, or you can, for me on the Mac, it's Command S that will save it. We need to switch over to the terminal to actually run this little program. And let's do that now. All right. So let's do a quick review of what we've done. We've put in 3 inputs. The first 2 are strings. The third one is a number. It's an integer. Remember the int. We put some print statements so we can see it, so it's not so jammed up within the terminal. We put 2 statements in, and let's go over to the terminal and try to run that. Let's find the terminal. All right, here we go. Now, we're at the terminal. Now, note, we are not in the right folder. So I need to go to documents. All right, so now we're in the right folder. Now what we need to do is type in Python 3. Remember, this is an old computer, so I have Python 2. Python 3 calls the Python 3 kernel or program. And then we need to type in the program name. That's techbridge. Hey, did I do 01? I don't remember. So let me look at it. Yes, I did 01. .py. And what I did was I went over to Atom and I put the cursor over the name of the file and it popped up. It also showed me the path too, but I knew where the path was. Okay, so hit enter. What is my name? Rick. Oops. What's your team? UNC Tar Heels. And remember, when you type, I'm telling you now, you have to trust me as a programmer. When you put Duke or state on this line, it is going to break. That would be the definition of broken code. When did the Tar Heels last win? 2017. I actually got my t-shirt on right now. Great reminder, so don't even have to look it up. Certainly been a long time since State won, and it's been a little while since Duke won as well. All right, so boom, the two print statements popped up. Thanks, Rick. Your team is UNC Tar Heels. They won their last championship in 2017. All right, that's all I wanted to do. Maybe we'll do loops, loops. As you start to write programs and post it up, let me know. I think what I'll actually do is I will post this into my GitHub, because I haven't posted anything in a long time, so you can see it. And also, make sure you don't write that broken code. Have a great one.